talking to lawyers by myself. And they all pretty much told me the same thing. If they're calling you mentally ill, you have to have a friend or family member going with you. Otherwise, they'll rubber stamp you. That means they get to blow you off by calling you mentally ill. You're never actually going to get heard. Now, one of the lawyers, he was a younger fella, I could tell based on the things that he was talking about. But he told me you need to get a notebook and you need to write everything down, and I did that. I had a ledger. He told me I needed to have a friend or family member help me out because the tag of mentally ill is just too easy to walk over us in court. Most people don't want to pick up the case. I was quasi-homeless at the time, but I had an address. He explained to me that that was good. He told me, though, that I needed to write down the dates and the names, and I did that. That ledger, I still never got back from Kenneth Wilson and Leatha Plunkett. He also told me that I needed a friend or family member that I could have call in with me right away when something happens. Because it's a lot easier to have somebody go in with you and make sure that it's done right the first time than it is to try to get help after you've been blown off. He said to take screenshots, which I didn't know how to do until after Natalie was killed. He said it was most important to make sure everything was documented. And I didn't always have my ledger. I made sure that I documented it on on Facebook, not YouTube. I didn't actually have a functional YouTube account that I could record on until after Natalie's death. That was because of Jerry Sparks and Amanda Engeline. If it hadn't been for them, I wouldn't have this YouTube channel. The lawyer told me that I needed to, well, he gave me a whole list of things to do and a whole list of people to talk to. And I'm like, I don't see how any of this gets any of the abuse to stop. He said, here's the thing, is either you have to have a friend or family member that goes in with you, or you just have to take the abuse. One or the other. And I went to the people who claimed to be my friends, and I tried to explain it to them. It didn't do any good. They were too busy telling me what to think and what to feel and making everything about them. Makes it real difficult to get heard. Lots of people claimed that they cared, claimed that they were going to listen, but in the end, they wanted to listen with their mouths, not with their ears. For a guy who's being abused, people look for ways to blow him off, brush him off, send him to somewhere else, some other direction. It's always somebody else's responsibility, isn't it? Now, there's a lot of people that I know, special rights people. You know, the people that actually get special rights and special privileges. And every time they're gonna help me, it ends up being me listening to them bitching about how horrible they have it with their special rights and their special privileges, while telling me what special rights and special privileges I have. Well, I don't have those privileges. They may exist on paper, but I'm not sure if you noticed, we don't live on paper. We are not a fantasy book. We are not a ledger. We are human beings. We are prone to screwing up, same as other human beings. None of us are beyond this, or past it, no matter how much we might want to pretend. There's no reason for me to still be going through all this years after the fact just because nobody wants to help turn in evidence. Lawyers told me to record everything. I did not have the ability to record everything at the beginning. I worked on it. I bought the equipment needed. I made sure that I tried to do the stuff online that I was told to do, just like many other people have gotten online and tried to do it and realized, well, fuck, this is damn near impossible. I had to show a lot of people that were not professionals what was going on, but most of them pretended to be professionals, or they were friends or family. We're allowed to look at that kind of stuff. All these other places and peoples want to refuse to look, no matter what. I am for assisted termination of my life. Because between listening to me and punishing me, you're not likely to listen. You're more likely to be angry because you think it's your turn to speak. Always. Most of you who told me you're good listeners, laughable. Because you're too busy talking to hear a thing I had to say.